What's going on, guys? It's your boy Adjen back again for another Alchemy Stars video, and for today we've got a lot of news. Yes, I was really busy at work earlier when the news drops, and we have a lot of balance skill adjustment. Yes, so let us go ahead and check it out here in the Reddit posted by Dada Dada Banana, because here in the Reddit format is way better compared to the official Alchemy Stars website. So we are here in Reddit. So after this update, the following Aurorian skills will be adjusted as follows. First of all, these are all just based on my opinion, so take it with a big grain of salt. And maybe Turdog is watching my videos because in my previous videos, I published a video regarding the forgotten 3-star and 4-star characters. And now, they released this one. They are buffing some of the 3-star and some of the 4-star characters in the game. We will see. Number 1 is Sariel. Chain Combo Tidebreaker. So, the adjusted skill is from... I'm not gonna be reading one by one. I'm just gonna state what the adjusted skill will do. What is the changes here? Only the range. So, Sariel has a bigger range now. Because from the chain combo activation of the first one, the chair 1 chain combo, this one, and the chair 2 chain combo. Before, it's only a 2 surrounding cluster. But now, it becomes 3 surrounding cluster. So, Sariel has a wider range now when it comes to her chain combo. Now, it does not really make a huge difference because it's only a range, and Sariel's chain combo damage is a joke because she is a tile converter. This one is only good if you are fighting an enemy with barriers, with hit barriers, because Sariel's chain combo is really good in breaking those type of hit barriers from the mobs or the enemy boss or something like that. Next, we have Jonah. So it's also adjusted the chain combo. So this one, same with Sariel, is the range. No. Yeah, range. And also the number of enemies that she can hit. Before, the chair 1 and chair 2 chain combo can only hit 3 enemies at max. Now it can already hit 4 enemies. And the range, the maximum range for the maximum chair of chain combo is now up to 4 surrounding cluster. Before, it was only up to 3 surrounding clusters. But now, it becomes 4 surrounding cluster. That is the change for Jonah. I have Jonah, but I did not raise her because she kind of weak. Next, we have Nikinis. So, we have some adjustment for the equipment skill of Nikinis. So, if you will see here Ascension 1 and Ascension 2, since Nikinis is one of the core units in team building for the Forest team, you should probably be ascending Nikinis to Ascension 3. So, we will skip this Ascension 1. We will go directly to Ascension 2. So, for this one, the increase here is that the mark disappears once Nikinis loses HP. So, the mirror mark can be refreshed by using an active skill or entering Aurora time. So, this is the only changes for this one. The mirror mark can be refreshed by using an active skill or entering Aurora time. What does this mean? It means that if you have some mirror mark, if your Nikinis have mirror mark, you have an increase of defense, the buff that she can get from this one. Because if this mark disappear, once you take a hit, you will lose this buff. But even if you take a hit, as long as you activate an active skill during that time or enter an Aurora time, then it will not go this buff will not go out. That is what I understand from reading this one. Next, we have Migard. I think Migard 1 has one of the best skill balance adjustment in this patch. So we have here, this one is deal breaking for me, the depth ignore, because depth ignore is really powerful in the game. That is why I believe this is a really good upgrade for Migard. Because in the previous one, there is no depth ignoring damage from this one. It's just dealing 60, 80, 100 attack percent damage. But here, it becomes a defense ignoring damage. Pretty good, pretty good. Eve. This one is for MBT, Breakthrough Stage 6 effect. This one is the MBT for dupe. So the original one, number of skill attacks plus 5. And then for the adjusted one, plus 1 time for every yellow tile within 2 surrounding clusters of your current location. Now, this one is a deal breaker for some people who uses Eve in farming for the equipment enhancement stage. Because before, they are using Eve in a rainbow team. Not in a properly not in a mono thunder team. But this adjustment is best for if you are using Eve on a mono thunder team, because of course you are tile converting, because this one is a really good damage increase for Eve if you are in a mono thunder team, because of course you will be converting tiles, and the more thunder tile there are, the more attack skills that she can land. That is what I'm getting from this one. Is it good or is it bad? Maybe it depends on how you use Eve. That is what my take on this one. Korax, another one of the winners in this skill balance adjustment. As you can see here, this one is the attributes of Korax. So before, Korax attack stat is 2,976. Now it can reach to 3,269 at fully max. This one is already pretty good. How many increases that one? Almost 300 attack stat. Pretty pog. I think there is in the feedback section in the official Alchemy Stars Discord where it says that Korax is now better than Sharona. I have not checked that one out yet. I might check that one out later on. Because let us see. Let us see the attack stat of Sharona. And Korax is easier to MBT because he is a 5-star compared to Sharona, which is the attack stat of Sharona is still way higher than Korax. Next we have Taki. So Taki, if I remember earlier, I posted this one. I put a chat in the official Alchemist Discord saying that Taki's buff is great. Yes, Taki's buff is great in my honest opinion. This is just my opinion. So from the adjusted one, as you can see, selects any tile in the cross shape area, converts this tile into a red enhanced tile. So he can now convert a tile by using his skill. And this one is a pretty big deal because this is a select tile, right? Pretty good upgrade for Taki. And also, not only this one, they are the same. Here, the breakthrough stage 2 effect. The preemptive strike is now available to BT2. Before, it's only available at MBT. But now they changed this one. They just what do you call this? They changed the preemptive strike to be at BT2, and then they changed the MBT effect. It can now convert 2 red tiles, the furthest tiles, so after you use the active skill. After the active skill spreads. So I believe Taki is one of the best upgrades here in this patch. Not only that one, as you can see, there are a lot of upgrades in Taki. The skill upgrade, the BT upgrade, and then the equipment upgrade. So it increases the maximum attack increase that Taki can get from 15% to 30%. That is what I am getting from this upgrade, which is pretty big deal because Taki is a converter, right? I don't use Taki because he's trash. But now, it's time to level 80 Taki. Yes, I'm probably gonna be testing him when the buff applies. Yeah, Taki is a detonator with a low attack, but it is understandable because he is a 5-star. But once you breach the 30% attack stack, the max stack, it's pretty good. 30% of 2,979 is pretty huge. It becomes 3.8. So he becomes really strong. Once you've gathered once you achieve this one. But this one will not be applicable for single type boss enemies because as you can see, it can only be attained from each time an enemy afflicted with burn mark is eliminated. So you cannot just eliminate one boss, right? If you are fighting a boss, this one is not good. But this one is really good if you are fighting a lot of mobs or a lot of others. So yeah, Taki has a really good buff. Props to Tour Dog for giving Taki some love. Because Taki has a really good skin also. But I did not buy that one. Because I am not a husbando lover. But it is a really good paid skin for Taki. The racing one. Next, we have Regina. So, Regina also has a good upgrade. Not the best, but it is pretty good. In my honest opinion, because she now has preemptive strike. Because there are characters before that has no preemptive strike. Especially Regina. And I hope in the next upcoming skill balance adjustment, they will also give some love to Benny and Kuro. Because Benny and Kuro also does not have a preemptive strike. And it will make a huge difference for Benny and Kuro to have also the preemptive strike, in my honest opinion. For her to compete with the other detonators in the party. So yeah, Regina has a pretty good AoE skill. So having a preemptive strike on this one is really awesome. Because this one has a very long cooldown. So before, you cannot use Regina for farming stages. But now, if you don't have an MBT Barbara, Regina might be a suitable replacement for Barbara in your farming team. But if you are like me who does not farm, I just use those. I just get my upgrade materials from the box from the events. I only do just per farming. That is what I do. Chain combo, solo requiem, also the damage from this one, it becomes a little bit, it explains here that this means that the tier 3 chain combo effect is unlocked by default, and the tier 1 and 2 chain combo tile count triggers are reduced by 1. I don't understand this one, so apologies. And then for the Ascension 3, for the skill, so increases attack by 5% for every enemy within one surrounding cluster. So if you are being crowded by mobs and podders, you will get an increase of attack by 5% for every enemy. So the closer the enemies are, the more damage active skills and chain combos deal, up to 40, 60, 80, 100%. Distances beyond 3 clusters offer no damage bonuses. I don't know how they will calculate this one. They did not state for the distance. Maybe this one is the one surrounding cluster, the 100%. I don't know. Next we have Barbara. What did they change for Barbara? I did not try to understand Barbara's upgrade earlier because I am at work. I just read past through it. So it increases Barbara's damage against enemies occupying a red tile for the equipment skill. So before it was raised by 100%. Before it was 2, now it's 4, 3 to 6, 4 to 8, and 5 to 10. And then it increases all deployed members' damage against enemies occupying red tiles. Let us see. Is this an upgrade or a nerf? Nah, it's the same. It's just that Barbara has more damaging before, because before it was like this, and now Barbara can deal this one with this damage. And also, this damage before is still intact with your Fire Aurorian teammates. But this one is only for your Fire Aurorian teammates. The upgraded one, not for if you're putting Barbara in a rainbow team, because some players use Barbara in a rainbow team when doing some farming stages, because Barbara's active skill is really powerful for farming stages. I don't know if it is a upgrade or a nerf, but you decide. Robin. There, we have a lot to talk about. There's a lot of skill balance adjustment for this one, so bear with me. This video is going to be a long one. So it increases Robin's damage against green tile occupying enemies by 100%, because before it was 2, 3, 4, 5, now it's 4, 6, 8. So 100% increase for that one. So Ascension 3. This is the same as in the same with Barbara. Robin's damage increases, but also the increases is only for the mono forest. If you are using Robin in a mono forest, it is not for rainbow. It is not applicable to if your teammates are not a forest Aurorian. Same with Barbara. And I believe Dinah also has this one. Yeah, Dinah, Robin, and Barbara all have the same skill balance adjustment. So, better to use them on a mono team rather than use them on a rainbow team. Keating. I don't use Keating, and I don't know his kit, because I believe Keating is really hard to use. But let us see. It increases the range of the active skill. No, the chain combo, because before it was up to 3 surrounding cluster, and now it's up to 4 surrounding cluster. So they just increased the range of Keating's chain combo. Not that I care about. Mia. So changes in the equipment skill. So before, it can go to up to 5 stacks, but now it can go up to 7 stacks. That's it. Only stocks. Right? Only stocks. Oh! Mia gains 1 stack of soul upon defeating an enemy with her active skill. But before, it was Mia gains 1 stack of soul for every enemy defeated by Aurorians on the field with their active skill. So, it's kinda lame because you want your Mia to be doing the damage, to be the one killing the podders, the mobs, so that she can have these stacks. But now, before, it was easily achievable because your teammates can contribute to the enemy defeated. But now, it turns out that Mia needs to be the one to defeat those enemies, those mobs. That is what I'm getting from this one. I think it is a nerf. It is not an upgrade. I think this one is a nerf. Moving on, Miss Blanc. We are now getting into the 4-star territory. Yes. Miss Blanc's damage is not really that good. So, I think this one is pretty much negligible, in my honest opinion. And before, the activation requirement is very strict before. It was your HP needs to be about 90%, but now it's up to 70% only because maintaining above 90% is really hard, especially if you don't know how to dodge, and especially if there are enemies that has an unavoidable AoE attack. You cannot dodge that one, so for sure your HP will go down below the 90%. So probably that is why they consider this one, and maybe 70% is good enough. Next, we have Jola. So Jola, chain combo damage increases from 10, 20, 30, 40 to 20, 30, 40, 50. So 10% increase. What? Before, it was when the active skill is ready. But here, when the active skill is not ready. What? Is this a upgrade or a nerf? Anyways, I don't use Jola. Fujihita is the only one who can fully utilize Jola, in my honest opinion. Next, we have Silva. Woodland Current Default, the equipment skill. So, before, the damage ignores is around 15, 20, 25, and 30. Now, it becomes 30, 40, 50, 60%. So, 100% increase from the previous one. Okay, it's pretty okay. This one is pretty good against single type boss. And then what is this? Ascension 3 equipment skill. It's still the same. It's just that Silva will still have the more damaging. The only increase is Silva's damage, but the other teammates will still get this previous 15, 20, 25, 30%. That is what it says here. Next, we have Wendy. What is the changes for Wendy? What? It has a really huge increase. As you can see, from 1%, 1.5 to 2.5% to 10%, 15%, and 25%. This is a 1,000% increase, right? 1,000? Or one... Anyways, you get what I'm... You get my point, right? Okay, and aside from that one, Before, Wendy retains 20% of these mark stacks after launching normal attacks, but now, Wendy will retain 30% of these mark stacks after launching normal attacks. So, Wendy is now, seems like a pretty viable budget teleporter in the Forest team, especially if you have a teleport team, focus team with Yeraya on your at the core. Pog. Rabi. So whenever an allied Aurorian knocks back an enemy, Rabi deals depth ignoring damage equal to, before it was 10, 25, 40, 60. Now it becomes 40, 60, 80, and 100%. A really huge significant increase from this one, Pog. But who uses the ping pong squad? I don't know. Ansha. I was surprised when I read Ansha's skill balance adjustment. It turns out that Ansha now has the best detonator chain in the entire game, because as you can see here, this is a Deto chain. The two surrounding cluster is the best Deto chain in the game as of now. But when this skill balance patch comes live, the best detonator chain will now become 3 surrounding clusters. It's pretty huge, especially if you are fighting multi-tile bosses. But sadly, Ansha is a tile converter, so there's that. She does not hit that hard. But maybe in the future, in the upcoming 6-star characters, they will incorporate this one, the 3 surrounding clusters. Imagine natural 6-star detonator class having these 3 surrounding cluster in their chain combo. It's a power creep. Maybe it is they are testing this one, and maybe they will apply this one in upcoming 6-star characters. Next we have Kapka. Kapka has an increased damage from 120% to 150%. Okay. Lastly, we have Angel. So, before summons 12 lightning strikes, each dealing 180% damage to a random 2x2 area on the field. Now it deals 100% damage 6 to 10 times randomly to enemies on the field. When a target takes damage more than once, the damage from the second time port is halved. 6 to 10 times randomly is pretty good. Especially if you are trying to break hit barriers from the enemy. There are a lot of enemy mobs that has some type of hit barriers, like the 3 hit barrier enemies in the floor 96 of Spire. I believe there are something like that there. And also when you're fighting some of the stages with the chess, because usually the queen has a hit barrier. I think I don't remember the floor for that one, but I've encountered that one before. So yeah, units that can deal more than one hit to the enemy is really good for those type of enemies. It is niche, but when you need it the most, they will do perfectly well during those stages. So yeah, that is all for the balance skill adjustment. We have 21 units that they either buff or nerf. So who are the best characters that are probably the biggest winner for this one? Number 1 is Taki, in my honest opinion. That is what I'm getting from this one. Because Taki can now convert, Taki can now have an insane attack stat with his stacking mechanics, and also he will now be a pretty good budget detonator. Why do I say budget? Because he is a 5-star, and probably you have a lot of Taki with your warehouse. You have a lot of Taki Soul Ambers not yet been dismantled. I usually dismantled most of my spare, so I don't have him now. But my Taki is already MBT. So I'm very much looking forward to Taki's I'm pretty much looking forward to Taki's upgrade. And then probably I want to know this 3 surrounding cluster chain, Deto chain from Ansha, because as I've said, this might be the start of power creep when they apply that one to upcoming 6-star detonator class. Also, who else? Who else are doing? Wendy. Wendy is also a really good has a really good upgrade. Same with Migard, because this depth ignore is a pretty big deal in my honest opinion. And who else? Regina also, yeah. Units that has now a preemptive strike that they did not have before are also a big win for me. So Regina is also a big W for me. So what do you guys think about this skill balance adjustment by Turdog? Is it good or is it bad? Anyways, that's it for me for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it if you could help me grow my channel more. And thank you to everyone who are supporting my channel. I appreciate every one of you. Until next time, peace.